China has vowed to retaliate against countries that follow U.S. calls to isolate Beijing amid escalating tensions between the two superpowers. The Chinese government has made it clear that it will not tolerate any attempts to undermine its sovereignty and interests. Economic measures. China has a range of economic measures at its disposal to retaliate against countries that follow U.S. calls to isolate Beijing. These measures could include trade restrictions. China could impose trade restrictions on countries that participate in U.S.-led efforts to isolate Beijing. Investment curbs. China could curb investment in countries that follow U.S. calls to isolate Beijing. Tourism restrictions. China could restrict tourism to countries that participate in U.S.-led efforts to isolate Beijing. Diplomatic consequences. The diplomatic consequences of China's retaliation could be significant. Countries that follow U.S. calls to isolate Beijing could face strained diplomatic relations. China's retaliation could strain diplomatic relations between China and countries that follow U.S. calls to isolate Beijing. Loss of economic benefits. Countries that follow U.S. calls to isolate Beijing could lose economic benefits, such as access to China's vast market. Global implications. The escalating tensions between the U.S. and China have significant implications for the global economy and geopolitics. Countries around the world are being forced to navigate this complex situation, balancing their relationships with both superpowers.